Good evening, palettes and mercs. Today we're going to be watching... Good evening, palettes and mercs. Today we're going to be having a look at Harpy Explains How to Play the Hollander. Now, this is a mech that I've had some experience with. The goose cannons are a lot of fun, and to see them mounted on admittedly smaller chassis is a lot of fun. So please grab your snacks, grab your drinks, and let's roll the film.
It's not my war!
Then maybe I should take you out back and make it your war. Lousy draft dodging piece, Nick. I'll take any damn pill that make you feel better. Talking like you said thrash, I've been in the seal letter. Walking around headless like I don't know better.
Right out the gate, this is one of my favorite mech designs ever. It's like if Warpath went on a diet. Speaking of which, this is a diet hunchback. Yes, your eyes do not deceive you. The only weapon this thing has is the Gauss rifle in the shoulder. No backup weapon.
Yep, it's just full send. It is definitely like one of my mechs.
Weapons whatsoever, and the armor kinda blows. So clearly in universe, this thing is meant to hide in some bushes, fire a couple of times, then run away. But ambush tactics don't tend to survive first contact with tabletop games because your opponent can literally see it right there. So the Hollander just ends up kind of being terrible.
I think his mate saw me.
But how can we make it slightly not terrible? After reaching into the darkest recesses of my half-rotted four-chambered brain, I came up with something truly remarkable. The Hollander costs 953 BV, and Annihilator 1G, my favorite mech, costs 2,274. And I think you see where this is going. For the price of one Annihilator 1G and a really shitty Locust, you can have 3 Hollanders. But which is better? The Annihilator fills the Keystone Assault Mech role, which means it's your team's main source of damage that the rest of your lance is built around supporting. We're taking this from the perspective that the Hollanders are trying to do the Annihilator's job. So the Annihilator does 3 things: tank shots, take up space, and kill things as fast as possible. So let's take these one by one.
And I would like to point out the Annihilator usually has LBX 10s, ACs. So there's 4 of them. The range and the firepower on that grape shot is, well, devastating. Usually reaching out about, I would say, 500 to 700 meters, depending upon the various game that you play. This one might be able to reach out further, but again, this is sniper chassis.
While combined Hollanders might have less armor, we also have to take into account that now there's 6 legs, 3 left torsos, and most importantly, 3 heads. So the damage will be more localized and not affect the hull as much. And because of the Hollander's unique layout, we can take advantage of the sweaty gamer move. In MechWarrior games, it's common practice to torso twist to block shots while your weapons are on cooldown. And tons of people build mechs with nothing on one side specifically so they can use that side as a shield. If you're playing with the default BattleTech rule set, the direction damage comes from is based on the orientation of the mech's feet to the thing that's shooting at it, and torso twisting does not affect this. So, take the Hollander, position it so the damage is coming from the left side, then torso twist and shoot. With some luck, this means your enemies will have to shoot through your whole left side before they hit anything important. Taking up space is where the Hollander's really...
Now, unfortunately, I'd like to point out that this mainly works for MechWarrior. As soon as you get into BattleTech, that becomes a little bit of an issue, because while you can definitely use this as a shield, there's no issue with that whatsoever. In fact, it's very much encouraged. That damage, once this is voided out, is going to go up to the torso and then into your center torso as soon as that damage can be applied there. So this is going to work for a couple of turns, and then, well, it's going to get absolutely wrecked. However, it may last long enough for 3 mechs.
shine. Because not only are they way faster than the Annihilator, they also have a larger threat range because, you know, there's 3 of them. So they can get to important positions a lot faster, i.e. high ground near the middle of the map, and they're very flexible in how they take up space. They can huddle together to focus one target and defend each other from light mechs, or they can split up to take up more space or avoid artillery.
Why, mama, why wasn't I born?
The Hollanders come up a little short on damage because you're missing out on the PPC. But a Gauss rifle is a Gauss rifle. The pinpoint damage is still crazy high, and the buffed mobility might make up the difference. So would I take 3 Hollanders instead of an Annihilator 1G? No.
No. You're not gonna say anything else there, Harpy? Alright, well, I think the idea is solid here. I think the idea is solid. 3 mechs, moving about the map in an ambush style tactic would work. However, it's going to be difficult to just field Hollanders, or like, yes, this is a fire support unit, but you almost never run into a situation where 3 of these are going to take down a single Annihilator like this. You take this mech because you need fire support, and you can support that. And for whatever reason, your fire support is a goose cannon. Again, would I field this? Probably not, considering the fact that you can get a goose rifle onto an Irby if I want that, and then at least if that dies, then I'm not dealing with a 35-ton chassis that just went kaput. So, I don't know. And even with the Irby, you're still getting like maybe 16 shots. It's the same issue with this thing, and at least with this, you might have a little bit more armor. Either way, trying to put a Gauss or a goose rifle on this thing is just, it's a difficult situation, but it can be done. And if you like this video, make sure to click the link in the description to support the original creator, or the card up in the corner. Other than that, this has been Annika, signing out.